Hello students, welcome to the 12th video on applications of derivatives. In the last video, we completed total 13 examples. Next example, that is example number 14, and these examples on local maxima and local minima. So in this example, find the local maxima and local minima if any of the following function. Find also the local maximum and local minima as the case may be. G of x equal to 1 by x square plus 2. So we can apply double derivative method. So this is a given function g of x equal to 1 by x square plus 2. So first differentiate with respect to x. We get g dash of x equal to minus 1 divided by x square plus 2 whole square with respect to term is 2x. So student, here you can consider the given function is 1 by x. Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So in the place of x here, x square plus 2 is there. So you can consider this as a composite function. Now with respect to x square plus 2 is get minus 2x divided by x square plus 2 whole square. Now find out the critical points here by equating g dash of x equal to 0. So we can equate that term with 0. Minus 2x divided by x square plus 2 whole square equal to 0. So we get the denominator you take on the right hand side, that term will be 0. Minus 2x equal to 0, or that is x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is the critical point. So therefore critical point is x equal to 0. Now next, so double derivative means, so differentiate this function with respect to x. So we will get g double dash of x equal to, so by using u by v rule, so here v into, that is x square plus 2 whole square into, so derivative of numerator, that is u dash, so derivative of minus 2x is minus 2. By using u by v rule, we get x square plus 2 whole square into minus 2 plus 2x into 2 into x square plus 2 into 2x. Then denominator is x square plus 2 whole square. So student, here the formula is u by v, formula is v into u dash minus u into v dash divided by v square. By using that formula we will get this term. Then next, g double dash of that critical point, g double dash of 0 is, so put x equal to 0 here, we get 4 into minus 2 plus 0 divided by 2 square, this whole raised to 2, that is minus 8 by 16, that is minus 1 by 2. So here g double dash of 0 is less than 0. So when you get the negative term or the less than 0, therefore g of x has local maximum value at x equal to 0, and local maximum value is g of 0 equal to 1 divided by 2. So put x equal to 0 in the given function, we get 1 by 2. Next example number 15, find the local maxima and local minima if any of the following function. Find also the local maximum and the local minima as the case may be. G of x equal to x divided by 2 plus 2 by x, here x is greater than 0. So this is a working rule for double derivative test. Now here differentiate this function with respect to x, we get 1 by 2 minus 2 by x square. Then g dash of x equal to 0, we get 1 by 2 minus 2 by x square equal to 0. We will get the critical point is, it is 1 by 2 equal to 2 by x square, that is x square equal to 4 or x equal to plus or minus 2. but here x is greater than 0 is there. So already they given in that example x is greater than 0 means we can't consider x equal to minus 2. So only have to take one point, that is x equal to plus 2, because x equal to minus 2 is not possible, because in the given example already I mentioned x is greater than 0. Means you'll get only one critical point, that is x equal to plus 2. Now next you go for second derivative method. G double dash of x equal to, first term is 0, derivative of minus 2 by x square is 4 by x cube. Then g double dash of 2 equal to 4 divided by 2 raised to 3, that is 4 by 8, will get plus 1 by 2, that is greater than 0. Therefore g of x has local minima at x equal to 2, and local minimum value is g of 2 equal to 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2, that is plus 2 is the local minimum value. Next example number 16. Find the local maxima and local minima if any of the following function. Find also the local maximum and local minima as the case may be f of x equal to sin x minus cos x, where x is greater than 0 and less than pi. Now here these are the trigonometric functions are given, so you can apply the same method here. First differentiate this given function with respect to x, we get cos x plus sin x. Then f dash of x equal to 0, we get cos x plus sin x equal to 0, that is cos x equal to minus of sin x, that is minus sin x divided by cos x equal to 1, that is tan x equal to minus 1, and here x is greater than 0 and less than 1 it is there, means here x equal to will get 3 pi by 4. So therefore the critical point is x equal to 3 pi by 4. So student, this value x value we can calculate by using this allied angle method, that is pi minus pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4 means it lies in second quadrant. In the second quadrant tan function is negative, and pi minus pi by 4 means we'll get, that is minus of tan pi by 4. So by using that allied angle method we'll get x equal to 3 pi by 4. Next second derivative, f double dash of x is minus sin x plus cos x, that is f double dash of 3 pi by 4 equal to minus sin 3 pi by 4 plus cos of 3 pi by 4. So here the value of minus sin 3 pi by 4 is sin 3 pi by 4 equal to 1 by root 2 and cos 3 pi by 4 equal to minus of 1 by root 2. So these two values you can substitute here. We get minus of 1 by root 2 minus of 1 by root 2. We get minus of 2 by root 2, that is minus of root of 2, that is less than 0. Therefore f of x has local maxima at 3 pi by 4, and local maxima is f of 3 pi by 4 equal to sin 3 pi by 4 minus cos 3 pi by 4, that is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, because cos 3 pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2 is there, so minus into minus will get plus 1 by root 2. So this implies root of 2. Next example number 17. Prove that the following function does not have a maxima or minima. So in this example, the given function is f of x equal to e raised to x. So differentiate this function with respect to x, that is f dash of x equal to e raised to x, because derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. Next, equate this term with 0, that is f dash of x equal to 0, that is e raised to x equal to 0. But e raised to x is not equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. So we can't get e raised to x equal to 0 for all the real numbers. So therefore we can't get their critical points. That is, no critical points implies no maxima and no minima. Therefore f dash of x is not equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. Therefore f of x neither maxima nor a minima. Next, example number 18. Prove that the following function does not have a maxima or minima. So in this one, the given example or the given function is g of x equal to log x. Now differentiate this function with respect to x. We get g dash of x equal to derivative of log x is 1 by x. Now find out the critical points, that is g dash of x equal to 0, or this implies 1 by x equal to 0. But here 1 by x is not equal to 0 for all x in the given domain. Therefore no critical points implies no maxima and no minima. Therefore g dash of x is not equal to 0 for all x in the domain. Therefore g of x has neither a maximum nor a minimum value. Next, example number 19. Prove that the following function does not have a maxima or minima. That is h of x equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So in this one, first differentiate with respect to x. We get h dash of x equal to 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Then find out the critical points. That is h dash of x equal to 0. That is 3x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So this quadratic equation we can solve by using direct method or by using this formula method. Now here b square minus 4ac is 4 minus 4 into 3 into 1, that is minus of 8. So root of here negative term will get, okay, root of negative term. Therefore there is no real number such that h dash of x equal to 0, because root of negative means you will get the complex numbers. So for this complex number this function is not defined. So here there is no real number such that h dash of x equal to 0. Therefore h of x has neither a maximum nor a minimum value here. Next concept is absolute maxima and absolute minima. So how to calculate absolute maxima and absolute minima? So that one we'll discuss here. First you consider a graph f of x equal to x plus 1. So this is a graph for f of x equal to x plus 1. Now this graph is strictly increasing function, and therefore graph has no maxima and minima because there is no end for the line. So here maxima and minima does not exist, therefore. But if you consider same graph in the interval, close interval 1 3, then f of x has maximum at x equal to 3 and minimum at x equal to 1, and the minimum value is, that is f of 1 is 2 and the maximum value is, that is f of 3 equal to 4. Now these maximum and the minimum are called absolute maximum or greatest value and absolute minimum or least value. So student, for absolute maximum and absolute minimum, here interval will be given. Okay, then by using that one easily we can calculate absolute maximum and absolute minimum of the function f of x equal to x plus 1. Now consider the graph y equal to f of x. Now here x equal to a and this is x equal to b. We will get f dash of x equal to 0 at x equal to c, and one more critical point we will get, that is at x equal to d, that is f dash of x is 0 at x equal to d. There are two critical points in this graph. Sorry, one more term is there, that is f dash of x equal to 0, that is the third critical point, that is x equal to e. Now in this one, the local minimum value is at x equal to c, and one more term will get local minimum value at x equal to e, and local maximum value is at x equal to d. Now here the absolute maxima and absolute minimum. So in this one, the absolute minimum value is at x equal to c, and the absolute maximum value is at x equal to b. So in this curve, throughout this curve, which one is a minimum value and which one is a maximum term? So that one we can calculate, and that one we call as a absolute maxima and absolute minima. So here working rule to find the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. First, find all critical points of f in the interval, that is find points x where either f dash of x equal to 0 or f is not differentiable. Second step is take n points of the interval. Second one, you have to take the end points of that interval. Third step is at all these points calculate the values of f, calculate all the values of f, means for critical points and then end points of the interval. So for these all the points you have to calculate the value of f. And the fourth step is identify the maximum and minimum values of f. Out of the values calculated in step 3. So here critical points and n points of the interval, these values you have to substitute in the given function. Okay, if there are total 4 points will get, means 4 values will get. Compare those 4 values. Out of that 4 you have to find out which one is the maximum and which one is the minimum. The maximum value will be absolute maximum, that is greatest value, and minimum will be absolute minimum, or we call as a least value of f of x in the interval a comma b. So students, so while calculating absolute maxima and absolute minima, here the function as well as interval will be given. Okay, by using this method, now this next example number 20, find the absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value of f of x equal to x cube, where x belongs to minus 2 comma plus 2. So student, first you have to find out the critical points. First differentiate this given function with respect to x. We get 3x square, then f dash of x equal to 0. We get 3x square equal to 0, that is x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is the critical point. Now here, so 1 is a critical point, that is x equal to 0, and next you have to consider end points of that interval. What are the end points of this interval? Minus 2 and plus 2. So take the end points of the interval, that is a equal to minus 2 and b equal to plus 2. Now you have to find out first f of minus 2, means substitute this term in the given function, we get minus 8. then f of plus 2 we get plus 8, and critical point f of 0 we get answer is 0. Now here by using these three values you have to find out which one is a maximum and minimum value here. So your absolute maximum, that is max of minus 8, 8 and 0 out of this one. So directly you can write that absolute maximum value is plus 8, and absolute minimum value is the minimum of this, all three values are given. So directly you can write down this answer is the absolute minimum value is minus of 8. Just you compare that values or answer, and then you write down the greatest value is absolute and the least value is absolute minimum. So next, if we consider this graph y equal to f of x. Now in this curve, this is x equal to a and this is x equal to b. There are end points. Then there are total 3 critical points will get at x equal to c, at x equal to d, and at x equal to e. There are total 3 critical points are there. Now in this one, this is a local minimum. This is also local minimum, and this one we call local maximum. But here absolute minimum is at x equal to c and absolute maximum is at x equal to b. Now next example number 22. Find the absolute maximum value and the absolute minimum value of f of x equal to sin x plus cos x, where x belongs to 0, pi. Find out the first critical points. First, differentiate given function with respect to x, that is f dash of x equal to cos x minus sin x, then f dash of x equal to 0, then cos x minus sin x equal to 0 will get, or that is cos x equal to sin x or tan x equal to plus 1. Now x equal to, because here x belongs to 0 to 1 it is there, so here x value is pi by 4. Now a equal to 0, b equal to pi, this is the given interval, and critical point is pi by 4. So these 3 points you have to substitute in the given function. So first f of 0 substitute in the given function, sin 0 plus cos 0, you will get 0 plus 1, that is 1. Then f of pi, that is 180, then you get sin pi plus cos pi. Sin pi is 0 and cos pi is minus 1, so answer is minus 1. Then third one is critical point, it is f of pi by 4. Sin pi by 4, that is 1 by root 2, cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, so we get 2 by root 2, or that is root of 2. Now you just compare these 3 values and find out the maximum and minimum. It is absolute maximum and absolute minimum value here. Now this absolute maximum is root of 2. If you compare these 3 values, the maximum value is, absolute maximum value is root 2 and absolute minimum value is minus of 1. So students, I hope you enjoyed this session. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you students.